Ехехе, всем привет, народ, с вами Херон, и сегодня, спустя, ладно, для вас особо-то времени не прошло, для меня прошло уже, наверное, неделя, может, полторы. В общем, продолжаю проходить сюжет в меру. Не то, что мне он надоел или все такое, просто вот занят был, дела там всякие, короче, важный как хер бумажный, мягко говоря. Ай, бля, я вспомнил, что у меня FPS просаживается в пустыне. Почему? Казалось бы, за что, да? Ну да ладно. Пока что не критично, пока что до 55 падает. Я, кстати, выбил тортилку. Тоже можете меня поздравить. Правда, еще не прокачал. Поэтому он у меня слабенький пока. Ну, я думаю, ничего. Не, ну в принципе он-то нормальный. Правда, артефакты говно выпали, надо их полностью переделывать. Типа, кому там 2 или 3 артефакта вообще без бонуса на силу атаки. То есть, основной стат есть, сила атаки, а в доп статах нету ни крита, ничего. А где этот? А где? Ау. Ща, погодите. Мам. Стой! Куда? Куда? Я не хотел вниз. Я не хотел вниз. Я случайно упал. Ладно. Подсейв какой-то. И как отсюда выбраться? Понаметь. Не, ну хотя я потом забуду про это. Ладно, уговорил, блядь, пойдем. Небольшой тайм-аут. Раз. Два. Ну, почти сработало. Не знаю, чем убить, конечно. А! Тю, что ты там забыл? Бля, с меня, конечно, лучник. Да. И все? А, ладно, 20 примагемов. Так, надо чуточку хавкнуть. Только чего? Лапку. Пошли. Стой, куда? Обратно возвращаться. Ну ладно. По крайней мере, я получил сундук. Ты пахнулся, я не туда иду, да и не. Эх. Мне еще кроме сюжета нужно проходить Араньяку, понимаете? Араньяка! Я там буквально на рандоме 3 задания сделал. А оказалось, что там еще заданий штук 10. Причем это я не преувеличу даже. 3 штук 10 там их. Слушай, я выполнил самую маленькую цепочку заданий, там где надо собрать продукты. Продукты. А нужно... Блядь, что он такой жесткий? Ты что ты такой жесткий? Ясно. Против него так не получится биться. Ну, короче, да. Я собрал 3 семечки, а мне надо больше.
Super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one.
Ничего, как-то громко. Ладно. Или мне кажется. Наверное, нормально.
Let's go in and take a look.
Пойдем.
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then.
А пока что? Ну, давай,
I'm
говори.
taking a break.
Ну, логично. Хай тайм.
Okay, sure.
Уже. Не-не-не, я это пропущу.
You got that?
Да, все понятно, абсолютно. Может быть, мне тоже следует спросить пару уроков по культуре. Да, культурное создание, которое не знает даже дорогу. Я, кстати, открыл всю территорию пустыни. Я нашел гробницу Дешред. Но я туда не заходил. Потому что я только рядом был, там фотку делал. По кресту.
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Из-под земли. Стопудово, да? Из-под земли. Под землю.
It's from below.
Да.
Something is off about the interior here.
Да. Да как же это?
As I thought, there's a hidden structure.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one.
Сразу почему-то вот вас вспоминается.
Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms around here. Let's keep...
Угу. Ладно, это не работает. Так. Давай-ка вместо вентиля поставлю лимитера поставить, что ли. Не, колей поудобнее будет. Хотя она сейчас вообще без артефактов. Надо было хоть чем-то, сейчас без ничего. Так, один есть. Еще. Ага. Этот зажжен. А как наверх? А что с этим не так? Понял. Принял. Так, еще один. В этом деле... вон он. Хотел сказать, что самое сложное это найти, но я увидел голубоватый свет. Тоже, в принципе, сложность не оправдана.
Right now, emerge. Right here.
Riptide.
Ладно, еще.
Right now, emerge. Right here.
Блин, кажется, я зря уровень мира повысил. Урон остался таким-то. Ну, таким же. Вот только, блядь, враги стали посильнее. Так, надо что-нибудь жирануть. Легенького. Угу. Здрасте. Я открыл вам дорогу. Пациентам вас за 3 года, родинку на левой стороне лба, левша. Очень тяжелое состояние, вероятность выжить без помощи медперсонала мала. Да. Короче, вроде бы больница-то. Чё тут питание на этой неделе? Хорошо питайтесь, регулярно отдыхать, ставить в хорошем настроении. Мятно-фасолевый суп, тахчин на обед, креветки в соусе, карри и пани-пури на ужин. Очень понятно. Вроде кормили нормально, но это не точно. Дежурство на этой неделе. Что такое? Старая ваза. В смысле, реально кто-то есть.
Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
Как он сюда попался и все было закрыто? Магия, блядь, не Хогвартс? Ну, пропускайся.
You're...
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life. Leaving that question aside for the moment, him looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with...
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry.
Действительно, блядь, сидит посреди комнаты такой, ноет и прочее.
Looks like we found living proof.
Huh?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall, don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Да, с вот тем мужиком.
Oh, now that you mention it...
Correct. The academia is behind all of it. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, the academia spread a false rumor of King Deshret's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the academia. Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since King Deshret's death all those years ago. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. And even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of King Deshret and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. The notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the academia that brought the scholars to Aru village and...
throughout this process, one thing has changed. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, if you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them.
Resource? For what exactly?
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Extracted? You mean, can't
Ну,
knowledge
вспомни, что не сны забирают. В
With the
принципе.
technology of the Sumeru academia, it's perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night when
So, the human brain...
I'm the academia scribe after all. I'm familiar with their... Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him.
Hyman's a little confused. Can they just use...
Ну, видимо, да.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer.
Да.
That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. However, I can't help but the academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge. But what is... I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but
You mean, you're not even slightly interested in getting...
all scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge. But I'm not particularly interested in gods, so extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then
Sounds like you're really against...
of course. The academia's actions run contrary to their rules.
Может, ты ему стать мудрецом, а? Ну, блядь, хотя бы умный.
Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern this matter needs to be corrected. Just like fixing a typo in a...
Wait! Didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Это ж логично.
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria... There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well.
Probably not.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That...
Наверное.
Hyman's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the academia, but you're not one of...
Though I must say, uniqueness is also an asset, is it?
Wow! That's a great way to think about it. Hyman's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset. Her...
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that.
Что с ним делать будем? Убивать жалко.
He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us. We'll work out our next step after we return.
Понятно. Весь хлам тащи с собой, называется. Ну а как его еще назвать? Он уже все. Он уже рехнулся. Тут нету психлечебницы. Как там вызывайте четвертую неотложную. Типа я не врач, я не доктор, я его лечить не собираюсь. Убить монстра, пожалуйста. Принести еды. Да боже упаси. Блядь, давайте сделаю. Ну, блядь, какого-то мужика тащить, блядь, с пещеры обратно в село, там, где его опять выкрадут. Или он сам уйдет.
We're back!
Да, мы вернулись. Добились малого, нашли одного безумца.
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
What's the situation? Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isaac's grandfather.
Кто он пошел? Дымка.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar hospital served as the academia's site for...
Yep, pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru village. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village.
Yeah, why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst.
Теперь
One
главный
of
вопрос,
us could be
кто?
secretly revealing our whereabouts to the academia.
Давай подумаем вместе. Итер не может быть преступником и вообще докладывать все Академии, то что мы как бы против Академии, как бы Нахиду пытаемся найти, все такое. Пайман это просто летающая консерва, думающая о еде. Так, Сайна. Честно, в душе я не знаю. Что-то вот, знаешь, вот на Сайна и Аль-Хайтайма глаз не ложится, так сказать. Типа, с этим ушастым понятно, с этим депрессивным, который читает сложные книжки, тоже понятно. Ну, только что стало понятно. Он просто не одобряет это. Потом, вот этот Кандаки, ну, блин. Короче, девушек не берем в расчет, все такое. Остается малой, вот этого, блядь, который сбоку стоит в желтой жилетке. Все, малой предатель, давайте его связывать.
Are our friendships that shallow?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue. Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference.
So what you're saying is... Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Al-Haytham. Since you...
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital.
В каком плане?
Sino isn't like
У
any
него
of
уши
us.
искусственные.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The academia?
It's not that simple. The academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special... Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha day. On this day, the academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing a thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activity.
You're saying that the academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't...
The Akasha is capable of computation. The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart,
It predicted my every move.
the academia has been watching you longer than you think. However,
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principle. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the academia. They need scholars who are easily... Sino, don't take it to heart.
They escaped because...
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
Ну, значит, будет сидеть дома на привязи.
If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to...
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
there is always an opportunity for safe...
Oh, so that's how it is! If the academia is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest place would be... Yep, that's right!
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going. I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! After up!
Please, wait! I want to go
Не-не-не,
too!
детям тут не место.
You want to go...
I want to find Grandpa. I promise.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay! Let's
Блять, а теперь еще и этот.
like we're
Еще и нянька теперь. Сайна, ты где? Сайна, забери меня от него. Бля, бы сегодня свет не вырубил. 200 метров. Боже, когда ты успел так далеко умотать? Он кто-то мотается по городу. Бешеный. А мы нормальные, мы бегаем по дорожкам и четко куда надо, не по кругу. Хотя ладно, то, что четко и не по кругу, это... С этим можно поспорить.
So, where do we go from here?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the
Выйдя из
desert.
деревни все время прямо через пустыню. Это куда? Веди.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you play here a lot?
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert.
Сайна, если ты меня ведешь к телепорту, мне кажется, он... Да, он наверху.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already
Да ты ж летаешь.
Okay. So,
These are likely fragments of an academia-developed device, something akin to a headset. Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way. Let's split up and search the area.
А можно меня наверх?
is this what we're searching for?
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't have... They must have been attacked along...
Wait, what?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. Given that I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Ну да. Только кто на них напал?
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
Мужики, закиньте меня наверх, ну пожалуйста.
Ugh, but running on sand is so tiring.
Паймон, заткнись.
But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Ugh, of course it is.
Хе-хе-хе. Я просто должен был это сделать. Яичко. Давай, Сайна, я иду. Бля, ладно, потом. Давай, ушастый. У меня же тут два этих.
It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Ну,
Dia's
здрасте.
talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do.
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Tia? Why would you? Tia!
Да,
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa?
Well,
This complicates things.
You've betrayed our village.
мне кажется, не то, как все выглядит, но хрен с ним. Спасибо, Исаак.
so, this is the great general. Dia, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew. Seen for yourself.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You...
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing can deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone.
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of King Deshret. Whether I live by the edge of the...
It's not too late yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring King Deshret.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our...
Even if it'll expose you to the academia, even if they end up disbanding the Eremites, you're...
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun, with these scholars in our custody, will stomp that.
Ridiculous. Think about it. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're also against the academia.
They look more like pawns of the academia to me. Filthy traitors. Your god abandoned all honor and betrayed.
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile. Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the academia? These people have no value as bargaining chips. But I could be persuaded to take... These scholars were exiled from the academia. I, on the other hand, am their...
Wait, you can't be serious.
Давайте, забирайте его.
Precisely. Any...
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars. Perhaps even find...
Think you can talk me over?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means...
You are the scribe.
Not all desert dwellers believe in King Deshret, and the same applies to the academia.
Да-да, поржи. Еще
You
дольше.
academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like every...
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty
You know you're making a dangerous decision.
I do.
Good. Rahman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't...
We've known each other for years.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their... Come on, Rahman. Don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the academia...
An arm from the flame maid. What if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs.
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back...
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm.
В смысле, еще, блядь, не проебали спор, чтоб отдавать тебе награду.
Don't listen to him. He's not even trying to...
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Rahman?
Sure. Go ahead.
Я тебя отсеку, блядь, сука.
No. Dia, what are you gonna do? Think of something.
Итер, ебаш.
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to
Do it.
Dia, run!
Чё рот открыл, блядь? Работай, Итер, блядь. Работай, нахуй.
Stop.
Ясно.
What's wrong? Can't...
Flame Main, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting up. You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friend.
Давай. Все. Поиграли и хватит. Дэнни потом, блядь, в угол поставим. Нечего наставлять. И Итера тоже в угол, только в другой.
I was really counting on him not...
That was crazy. Have you all lost your minds?
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm.
Угу. Очень удобно.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the like if it came down to it.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a lot... Even if we got rid of one bunch of radicals, there are others out there.
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa. So...
Whatever it takes? You just might...
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is...
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself? Okay, let's get moving. We should head back to the village and rest up.
Да? Подожди. Ладно. Так. Мне дали пару книжек, надеюсь, мне их хватит. Потому что мне моих книжек не хватило. Нет. Еще чуть-чуть. Чуть-чуть. Ну, капельку надо. Ладно. Ладно, ребятки, на этом пока все. В следующей серии мы пойдем на эту встречу. Заберем деда Исаака. Надеюсь, что больше я его не увижу, потому что детей брать на такие задания. Вот ты прикинь, вот, да? Вот. Прикинь просто вот в своей жизни. Идешь такой, опа, дед пропал. Говоришь первым знакомым: помогите, дед пропал. Они такие решают какие-то там свои вопросы, ты к ним подбегаешь. Да ты меня предал. Ты срываешь этим, начальные планы. И такой, ну ладно, раз уже этот пацан выбежал, вы там разорались, рубите руку. Все, рубите руку, но деда отдайте. Ну, короче, да, недоволен. Ну что ж, на этом все. Всем спасибо и всем пока.